Welcome back to Gold Fox Wealth. Let's talk money. When you bought the motel, nobody was impressed. Your brother called it a concrete shoebox with towels. Your father figured you should have picked something cleaner, a franchise gym maybe, or a little dental building. Even your wife Elena backed you in that gentle, careful voice people save for hospital rooms. The place had 42 rooms, carpet gone soft with age, an ice machine that groaned like it was haunted, and a sign out front that flickered as if it were trying to quit. But it had one thing that stopped being a joke after 2026: its location. The stadium sat 4 miles down the road. The airport was 12 minutes out on the rare day traffic cooperated, which was almost never. For years, you rented those rooms to truckers, traveling nurses, divorced dads, and families who wanted clean sheets more than they wanted luxury. Most nights the rate was $119. On a slow Tuesday, you were grateful for $89. Then the World Cup schedule came out. It started as one email from the city. Then the phone began ringing with country codes you had to look up. A travel agency asked for 18 rooms. A broadcast crew booked 10 of them. A group of fans from overseas asked for anything with a bed and a door. Your manager Priya stared at the booking calendar and said almost in a whisper, "We are full." You did not turn greedy right away. That part came later, wearing the costume of strategy. Priya pulled up what everyone else was charging. Downtown hotels had rates that read like monthly rent. So you took yours up to $399, then $499 whenever there was a match. You braced for complaints. Instead, the rooms booked even faster, as if the bigger number made people trust you more. For 1 month, the motel turned into a kingdom. The lobby filled up with flags, suitcases, sunburned faces, and guests asking for early check-in in 4 different languages. The vending machine ran dry. The laundry ran around the clock. A guest from Argentina kissed the front desk when he heard his room was ready. An Englishman tried to press $200 into Priya's hand for a late checkout, and she waved him off like a border guard in a spy novel. The money coming in was real, and that was the dangerous part. In 3 weeks, you cleared what normally took 3 months. You cleared the line of credit. You finally replaced the ice machine. You handed out staff bonuses, partly because Elena insisted, and partly because you knew whose backs this miracle was riding on. The housekeeping crew turned over rooms like battlefield medics. The maintenance guy was unclogging toilets at midnight, while fans sang in the lot. But that same month taught you what pressure really felt like. A pipe burst on a night with no empty rooms. One guest threatened to sue over the air conditioning. The city inspector showed up at the worst possible moment. Your insurance broker called, suddenly worried about event risk. The motel was earning more than it ever had, and somehow you were sleeping less than when it was barely hanging on. On the night of the semi-final, you stand outside under that flickering sign. Off in the distance, the stadium glows like a second moon. Your brother calls to tell you that you got lucky. You almost agree with him, then you catch yourself. The tournament was luck. Everything else was 10 years of mortgage payments, broken locks, 1-star reviews, linen shortages, and slowly learning that boring assets turn beautiful the moment demand has nowhere else to sleep. After the final, the quiet comes back. The rates drop, the lobby empties out, the flags vanish, and a trucker named Dale wanders in to ask whether the coffee is still terrible. It still is. He looks relieved. But you are not the same. Not because 1 month made you rich, but because it finally showed you what ownership actually means. While everyone around you was buying tickets, jerseys, bets, and flights, you owned the one place all that spending had to land. That winter, your father comes to visit. He takes in the renovated lobby, the new sign, the staff moving through it with a little pride. He never apologizes for having doubted you. Men like him almost never do. He just says, "Busy place." You smile and tell him sometimes. And that is the secret of boring wealth. It does not ask for applause on the ordinary days. It only needs the world, every so often, to come looking for a bed. Thanks for watching. Please consider hitting like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Tell us in the comments what you'd like us to unpack next. See you in the next one.